Okay, I want to make a quick video here to introduce the idea of triangle congruency, like what it means to be congruent, and some shortcuts. And that's more of what I'm looking for here to introduce are shortcuts for determining if triangles are congruent. So let's take two triangles. I'm going to draw some triangles. And even though they're not congruent, we're going to assume so. So let's do triangle ACT and triangle FLG. And we're going to say that these triangles are congruent. So these are congruent. But now the question is like, how are they congruent? Like, what parts correspond? I mean, I could maybe just slide this triangle over that triangle and they correspond. But I'm going to make it a little bit more complicated here. So I'm going to give it a little flip. So what I mean by that is AC here, I'm going to have that equal to LG. And I'm going to make CT congruent to LF. And then AT and FG are the same. So you can see that I did actually like a little flip. Like I flipped this triangle over to here. Now the corresponding angles do matter too. So these angles that correspond, C would correspond with L. And A would not correspond with F. It would actually correspond with G because it gets flipped over. And then that means T and F correspond. So you can see that there's 6 sides here. We have 6 pieces, I should say. We have 3 sides. All 3 of those sides correspond, and then 3 angles. So all 3 of those angles correspond. So we have 6 pieces that correspond. And this is what gives you triangle. We'll say we're going to go tack. I'm going to go in a weird order here. Just we practice the order here. So if we're starting at T, we want to start with the corresponding side, which is F. So F, and then A corresponds with G, and C corresponds with L. So notice how I went in the order here, T, A, C, and I wanted to go in the same corresponding order over here, F, G, L. So we have triangle TAC is congruent to triangle FGL. So now the question is well, the goal is to show that triangles are congruent. So again, our goal here is, can we just show that triangles are congruent? Well, this shows it because you have all of these pieces are congruent to all of these pieces. But that's a lot of parts. Like if we're going to show that, we're showing 6 different parts. So we'd have to show that T and F are congruent and A and G are congruent. And to show those, you have to list those. So I don't really want to list 6 different parts. The question is if we erase a part, are they still congruent? So for example, if I said, I'm not going to give you that angle T and angle F are the same. So now, are those triangles still congruent? I mean, does that still keep those 2 triangles locked at those pieces? And the answer is yes, is a short answer. A little bit longer answer is we could show, for example, that we know that triangles add to 180. So if triangles add to 180, the angles of the triangle add to 180. So if they add to 180, we can find this third side, and so therefore T and F would automatically be equal. Okay, so the idea here is we wouldn't need to show that because we know that already. So I guess the bigger question is, how many pieces do we need to show congruency? Like, does this work? All right, so thinking about does it work? And what that means is if I have 3 pieces here, and let's just say I'm going to give let's just call that 6, 7, and length 8. And over here I have a 6, 7, and length 8. So the question is will these lengths lock in the rest of the angles so that these triangles are congruent? And without going into entire proof, the answer is yes. Because these are like rigid sides, we can't create any other angle than the one that's created right here and right here between the 6 and the 7. Because this 8 length locks in these angles. So these 2 triangles are congruent, which gives us a shortcut. Then our shortcut being is that we only have 3 pieces now. We have 3 sides, and the 3 sides would all you would need in order to prove that these triangles are congruent. And with 3 sides, the shortcut is called side, side, side. Okay, so that is the first idea of introducing triangle congruency with shortcuts. We're going to do a couple other videos. Once you watch this one, you can talk about the other shortcuts. But hopefully this gives you an idea of what we're talking about when we're saying what pieces we need to show triangles are congruent.